ball come in the opposite centre pocket. Now, if we hit the white hard enough, we should be able to kiss this red ball in the top corner pocket. It's a hard shot, just getting the kiss just right, but we should be able to get this one. Oh, it's perfect. I thought I'd missed it for a minute. There we are. Have 3 cues, yeah? Just 3 at the minute, and I'll have the other 3 in a sec. Let's try a shot with the cues. Oh dear, it's a tough game. It's great that the snooker has got so popular now on the TV. Of course, so much so that I don't know whether you realise we now have to take drug tests after the end of each tournament. I mean, which I fully agree with, because I don't believe that anybody who can enhance their performance taking drugs should be allowed to play. I mean, I wouldn't say that any of our players are on drugs, but one of them sneezed in the dressing room last week and we felt tremendous for the rest of the day. Of course, different players have different ways of wanting to do their drug tests. Cliff Thorburn took so long over his it went off before it got there. Dennis Taylor once did it with his glasses off and missed the bottle completely. Some players want to do it out on the table with everybody watching. And do you remember Big Bill Werbenecker used to play? Can you remember Big Bill? He used to drink 18 pints of lager before he, played his match. He used to carry his out in a bucket when they'd finished with his, it was one of those, That's another one of Steve Davis' jokes gone. That's sorted him out. A third of Dennis Taylor's act, a third of Steve Davis's, and a third of Terry Griffiths. That's why I like going on first, it's perfect. Right, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 balls. Going to send them round 3 cushions. Hopefully they end up all into this corner pocket. Or on the floor. Try and pop all these balls. Oh, what are you doing?
Well, one's got away, so 1 or 2 others will get away.
What happened there?
Still, they like it, don't they? Over 1,000 people here watching this.
Did somebody move the cues when I wasn't watching them? Now you know why I'm glad I went first. I'll do this one again because it looks good when it works. It just never works. How many balls did I use last time? 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
I really thought that he was going to see them all away. But just one got offline, and when one gets offline...
Right, we'll try again. We'll try again.
That's the beginning of the end. The rest seem to as well.
Here we go. No problem this time. Try 11 this time, huh?
He's going to be okay.
I like it.
Very good.
Oh.
They're canny old pros, these. I wonder if Willie missed the first one on purpose so that he could double up to the applause when he got it.
Well, actually, we'll just try and make use of these cues while we've got them out. Can I have those other 3 cues, please? Just in that pocket over there, be fine. This is the lovely Rita. You know, all the people who act, I always have an assistant. Why we've got men, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It's always the lovely Rita, isn't it, every time with those, huh? I'm going to have to cheat a little bit here. This is something I prepared earlier. Just amuse yourselves for a second. I'll be with you very shortly. Right. That looks about right. That looks about... I don't know why I'm trying this.
Well, I should imagine that piece of paper is at the back of the pocket because the balls are going to go up the cues, and he doesn't want to see them disappear over the pocket.
But never mind. Where did the white ball go? Here we are. La-dee-dee. Actually, I don't know whether you noticed that I did a bit of commentary on the TV. And, of course, it's very, very difficult when it's going out live to the nation, like it is tonight. Because, of course, if you say anything that has double meaning, you immediately get people writing in or ringing in to say that you've said something wrong. Well, apart from mumbling a few times, I haven't said anything particularly wrong. But I'm sure you've all heard of Whispering Ted Lowe, have you? You all heard of him? Has he ever guessed a shot right since you've been listening? He was... he was commentating on a game between Fred Davis and Eddie Charlton. It was a long game. Now, Fred Davis at the time was 67 years of age. It's about 7 years ago, this is a true story. Fred was trying to reach over the table to play a shot. He couldn't reach it, so like we sometimes do, he tried to get his leg on the table to play the shot like this. He still couldn't reach it, so like we also sometimes do, Dennis Telly, you see many, many times playing it, decided to play the shot left-handed. To which Ted Lowe, going out live to the nation on Grandstand on a Saturday afternoon, decided to come out with, well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen, at 67 years of age, Fred Davis is a little bit too old to get his leg over. Now, you can imagine he realised he was in trouble at this and tried to escape by saying he prefers to use his left hand instead. Terrible, isn't it? As we're nearly running out of time, I need to do a couple of shots with the basket, so I'm going to have one attempt at this shot. We're going to try and pop these two reds. We're going to hit this red up the two cues around the top of the pocket, down the two cues, pop this one. The white will go off the cushion, go up these two cues around the top of the pocket, and pop that one. I'll quickly do a handstand around the table while all this is going on. Try and pop both reds. Here we go. Just attempted, just stop that happening. Yes, lovely. If I get them all first time, you'd all get very bored, wouldn't you? I'm just a stooge. I told you I can't play these shots. It looks lovely when it works. This one, it just never works. Right, here we go. Now, what this red was supposed to do, you see, now this is just happening in slow motion. It just goes down like that. And that one goes in there like that. And that one goes in there like that, and that was perfect, you know, no problem. Yeah. Can you take the other cues off for me? Take them away, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your voted applause for Willie Thorne.
My best shot was to come. My best shot was to come.
So Willie completes his 12 minutes. I wonder how many he's scored. There were some very exciting trick shots played in that.
Is my hair straight for all this? I'm a bit concerned. Look, it's only gone up to 12 minutes now.
Alain Robidoux. And Alain, your 12 minutes starts now.
Oh, thanks. I don't have any break like Willie. Yeah, thanks. I need them all. Okay, I'm going to start with an easy shot, like Willie said before. I'm going to put the black on the pink spot and surround the black with reds. And try to put the black in the middle pocket there. Okay, but first of all, I have to say, I've been playing snooker for 20 years, and I was watching Steve Davis when I was younger, and I have to say, Steve has been one of my favorite players. You know, I was watching him all the time on TV when I was 2 years old. No, no, and I have to say, Steve has been one of the greatest players I've ever seen, but he's got some habits now, you know, because I think the pressure is on and the player's getting better. And I'm going to do him like when he's got a tough shot to play, and he has to figure out how to play the shot. So that's Steve Davis. I have to put the chalk there because he holds the chalk there.
Right, I'm back. Do you want to do next time?
Okay, my next shot, I'm going to use the tray. That's unusual, you know. I don't use that in a match, actually. You know, not very often, though. So I'm going to put the black in the yellow bag, and I'm going to use the tray as a cushion. So I put the tray in the middle of the table, and I play the white off 1, 2, 3 cushion, hit the tray, bounce back, bounce off the cushion here, and put the black in the yellow bag. Easy shot. Oh, the chuck is there, you know. Okay. Okay, that's a practice shot. Now it's for true. It's the true story. It's for real. Okay.
So he'll settle for that. That was very difficult. I had to judge the angles right.
Next one, it's a similar shot. I like the
This
easy one.
man, incidentally, is absolutely phenomenal with finger spin shots.
Okay, I'm going to try
I
to
wonder
do
if
the
we're going
same
to see any
thing.
of those.
Play off 1, 2, 3 cushion, 4 cushion, hit the tray, and put the black.
Playing off 4 cushions,
Might need a one practice shot here too.
hit the triangle, and then pop the black. How does he do that?
Okay. That was a miss anyway, so I have to put it back the white. Better.
Oh, brilliant shot. I was just about to say that, by golly, you need a lot of technique and knowledge to play that type of shot.
Okay, the
And
last
very,
one with the
very
tray.
original.
It's the most difficult one. I'm going to play off 1, 2, 3 cushion, 4 cushion, hit the tray, and put the black in the middle. Okay, now, my next trick shot, I'm just going to use my fingers. I think some of you have seen that before. You've seen that before. I'm going to do some finger spinning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw the black first off 3 cushion. I'm going to throw the white right after, and I'm going to try to put the black in movement in this corner.
Now, this is this man's forte, finger spins. I've never seen anybody quite as good as this
So I'm
one.
going to give myself about 5 goes. That was close. Okay, I got it.
The cloth cushions, all new, just been put up, so throwing off a slightly different angle.
That's 3. I like the last shot anyway.
Very, very
This
difficult.
three's in my way. Yes.
Oh, look at that. There.
Where's the time? Okay, I'm okay. Okay, the next one, I'm
So
going to
this
use
is what he just
15
did.
reds and the black.
Black round first. White following, nudges the black. Off how many cushions? 1, 2, 3,
I have to
3
tell you
cushions.
something. I've been coming
Brilliant
over
shot.
to England for 5 years. And I have to say I improved my English a lot because I couldn't speak English at all. And I have to say I haven't improved my English the past year because I've been staying in England. No, in Scotland, sorry. So they've got a strong accent over there, especially up north in Scotland. You know, when they say something like, is he dead in my house? They're going to say like, is he dead in my house? You know, something like that. I can't do that, you know. I just can't speak like that. But I do like the accent, and I think they like me, so I like that, you know. So here, I'm going to put the black in the middle pocket. I'm going to need my cue here. So I'm going to be over there. I'm going to play on this thread, move these threads away. This thread's going to hit the plant here, and the plant's going to hit the bottom red and push the black in the middle pocket. That's a trick shot you don't want to miss. It's too long to set up. Okay, black in the middle.
Black in the middle, he says. I wonder if
Okay,
you'll
my
ever
next
have
trick
that
shot
shot in a game of snooker back at
the
the club.
blind
Just
shot.
look at it.
So I'm going to need someone to help me out. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to aim the red, and I'm going to turn my head away and give him the cue, and he's going to give it back to me. And without looking, I'm going to put the red and try to screw the white here, if it's possible. But I have to put the red first. Okay, the last The last shot of the evening, I'm going to do Steve Davis again, but 15 years ago, when he was with Frank Callan. Frank Callan was coaching him, and he told him at the end, he said, Steve, I think now you're perfect, so you can go. So that's the way Steve was playing at that time.
Ladies and gentlemen, your vote and applause, please, for Alain Robidoux.
So Alain Robidoux then, in his 12 minutes, has scored 105, 35 for technical merit and 70 for crowd appreciation. Please join us after the break.
Yeah, that was good.
Griffiths. And Terry, your time on the clock starts now.
Fancy asking me to rush, they got some chance, haven't they? Huh? Takes me 12 minutes to break off normally. Okay, then what I'm going to try and do for you in 12 quick minutes, we're going to try and pot the 6 coloured balls, 6 individual trick shots. Then we'll pot all the 6 balls in one shot. A few shots into the basket after that. If we've got enough time, I'll sing you a Welsh hymn. Don't think we've got a lot of time, really, have we? Anyway, we start off with the yellow ball. Nice, easy one to start off with. Never works this, but it looks really good. Here we go, then. First the 6 coloured balls, then yellow ball into the corner pocket.
One.
That was a good start, wasn't it? Don't
Terry
fancy missing the
Griffiths then.
first one, do you? You look a bit of a
The
mug.
holder won it last year at Stoke-on-Trent.
Well, as Alan mentioned, I am the defending champion of the trick shot tournament. As a matter of fact, it's the only title I've won for about 25 years. So I got this beautiful trophy, which is here somewhere, right outside my front door in my house. Then I got a phone call saying I got to bring it back. I couldn't believe it. I'll probably take it home with me anyway. Right then, try and pot the green ball this time.
That's the delightful
Find yourself
trophy
snookered
for
behind
the
15 reds
Daily
there
Mirror
with the two
1992
wood triangles.
World Trick Shots Championship that Terry Griffiths is hoping to take home back to Llanelli.
Jump the white ball over the reds, through the 2 triangles, pot the green, and the white jumps off the table and smashes the camera lens.
Steeplechase season over the pack of reds,
He'll go
through
from
the
there, won't he?
triangles to knock, what
There
is
we go,
it, the
then
green.
in the corner. Of course, is I up. There you go.
Now let's see how he did it. Hitting on top
Not
of the
bad, am I?
whiteboard to jump it over the reds, just caught one of the triangles, but safely
Started
knocked the
missing
green
it
in.
now. Right then, next in the sequence, of course, is the brown ball. Willie Thorne tried something similar to this earlier on, but he was absolutely hopeless, wasn't he? Let's be honest about it. We put him on first just to get him out of the way, Willie Thorne, you know.
He's so laid back, is Terry. When he's playing tournaments,
Right
of
then,
course, you
try and
don't
pot the
see
brown
this
ball.
or hear this wit.
What happens here? The white strikes the first red here, which in turn kisses the other two reds out of the way. The yellow ball goes down the table, jumps over the triangle, jumps over the reds, and pots the brown in the corner.
So let's see it from the pocket. The brown of which is on the lip, and that's the one he's trying to knock in.
Slow down. Well, I'll come back to that one. You all right there?
Well, Willie tried to do it a couple of times earlier on, didn't manage it. In fact, he had 3 attempts at it. So
we'll just
this
have another
is
5
the one.
goes of that. If it doesn't work this time, I'm definitely going on to the next one.
And I should imagine they'll all have a go at this.
Same shot again, then, only different.
If they see the others failing, for the technical award.
Nice table, this. When they come in and put the cushions on. Last try, then. Slow down.
Oh, he's got it. This is the way it went.
I'm getting out of breath here, rushing on the table, I guess.
The problem has been it's been going too fast. This time it just managed to stay on the table. Look at that. Cannon off the reds, in goes the brown.
Slow and boring. I can't help it if all the other players play
Doing
quick.
very well so far is Terry Griffiths.
Right, we'll just put a few balls up there. Get my little basket out. This time we're going to try and jump the blue ball over the reds and the colours and into the basket.
He's going to try and jump the blue ball, in case you didn't hear, over the reds and into the narrow neck of that basket.
You ready? Go!
There's having fun with the cameraman there, just out of shot, of course. This is how he played it. Just have a look at it in slow motion, hitting the blue on the top at perfect strength.
Right,
and
pick
into
the
the
next in the
basket.
sequence. Much more difficult this time. One of my favourite little shots. We're using a 10p coin, an old 10p coin.
Now, down in the corner of the
It's a bit
table, he's got
awkward
a
when you go
coin.
into the gentleman's toilet now, isn't it? You've got a,
Now, this is...
you haven't got any new
oh, we've got
10p's
it.
in there.
Here
It's
it
a bit
is.
dodgy.
I think he's going to try and
Right,
pop
then
that.
the 10p is placed in the side cushion here.
Or at least use it
Excuse me.
to knock the ping in.
What
So
we're
you'll
going to try
need
and
to
do
be
is knock
behind
the
it,
10p,
cameraman.
swerve it around the middle pocket, comes down the table there, and knocks the pink into the corner pocket.
Right. Now he's got to miss the middle pocket. A little bit of side on it.
I miss it now. There you go.
Oh, dear. If you think that's a gimmick, you want to try doing it. You'll try it all night, and you won't do it.
Right, then
Look
last
at that.
but not least, the black ball.
Brilliant.
Oops. Sorry about that. Bit of fun tonight, isn't it? A bit different from the normal entertainment, yeah? We used to play the world match play, yeah? I'd much prefer to do trick shots. Gotta be honest. The last time I played here, Stephen Hendry beat me 9-3. I never got out of my seat. I dressed up and everything, got a dicky bow on, done my hair, the lot. Never got out of my chair. Not doing so well now, is he, Stephen Hendry? No shame. Yeah, he's having a bit of a rough time. He's had a few death threats or something. Some lady's been ringing him up and writing him letters saying she's going to shoot him or something. I don't know what it is. His manager, Ian Doyle, said that's why he's lost in all the tournaments anyway. So we'll believe him. Hope he gets his form back quickly anyway. about 10, 15 years' time. Right then. I'm going to try and pot the black this time. This doesn't look very good, this.
Now, this is a nice little shot if it works.
1, 2, 3 cushions, up the cues there, against the back of the pocket, back down the other 2 bent cues and pot the black in the middle pocket. Talk very quick, don't I?
Just a simple pot black.
Definitely hard enough. Stay straight. Nah. There you go.
Terry Griffiths not putting her foot wrong yet. This has to be done at perfect speed, and of course he has to hit the first cushion in the right place and has to hit the white ball absolutely in the middle. Too hard, the white goes over the top of the pocket.
What we're going to do now is pot all
Just
the 6
keeps
colours
going,
in one shot.
gathers momentum across the table,
I call this the
and
steeplechase
bingo.
shot. And what happens here, if it works, we try and get all the 6 balls moving along the table at the same time. I'm going to try and end up, they hit this first, second, third cushion, and they all end up going through the cues here, up over the top of the cues, and hopefully they all end up in the corner pocket here. This happens very quickly, if at all. Here we go. They got in through the gap. Right then. One of Ray Reardon's famous trick shots here. Shame he isn't here to play trick shot. One of the best trick shot players ever, Ray Reardon. It's one of the shots I picked up from him. Still playing, I think, but he doesn't play the tournaments anymore. Just as well, he was quite a good player, really, wasn't he? Always glad to see him retiring. Right, then this time I'm placing the white ball in the basket. What we're going to try and do here, jump the red ball into the basket at an angle. Hopefully the red ball should hit the side of the basket, start to spin the basket around. The red ball goes in, kisses the white ball out, and the red ball stays in the basket. You don't believe that, do you?
Red in, white out.
There you go.
Well, nearly. Didn't quite happen.
Need a volunteer for the next shot? Any young lads in the front row come out to help me?
Ladies and gentlemen, your voted applause for Terry Griffiths.
I thought you were going to cheer for me.
So Terry Griffiths 40 for technical appreciation, a total of 115. So a brilliant performance then by Terry Griffiths. Here's Terry Griffiths' coin shop in slow motion. In goes the pink. Bad positional shot though, wasn't it? But I'll tell you what a superb performance by Terry Griffiths. 75 from the crowd, 40 for technical appreciation, giving him 115. And that really does put him into the lead.
And Terry, as the defending champion, can I ask you, how have you come into tonight's little episode here? The approach, what was it? A bit of fun, or was it really serious for you?
I haven't been practicing my trick shots a lot, really. You don't get much time, really, to practice trick shots. We don't do many exhibitions now. It's all tournaments. But it's a bit of fun. It's nice to see the crowd get involved, which is not quite so easy during tournaments. They all enjoy themselves and have a laugh. That's what it's about, really.
Terry, we've enjoyed you so much tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, he's got into the lead, the defending champion, Terry Griffiths.
So Terry Griffiths then goes to the top of the table by 10-point lead from Alain Robidoux and Tony Knowles, Willie Thorne fourth. More to come. John Virgo next. Let's go down to Alan Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contestant we're seeing so much of lately. We've seen him with smoke coming from his ears. Last night he was the pantomime cat. Tonight he entertains you in his own special way, John Virgo. And John, it's my turn to say to you, the clock starts when you strike the cue ball. Thank you.
Oh, well, good line, good line. Great line, Owen. I've just had a word with Terry Griffiths. He said, it's not as long as you think, 12 minutes. Now, anyone who's ever played Terry Griffiths knows that 12 minutes is a long time. That's the time it takes to break off normally, but never mind. Didn't he do well? I can't understand the word he's saying, but he did very well. Now, I know you've seen quite a lot of these shots before, and I'll use this straight cue, which will really help this one. Okay, that's lovely, no problem. But what I thought to do tonight, everybody's playing the trick shots that they see on Big Break. So I thought I'd do something different. I won't go as far over the top as Willie Thorne and not get any right. You know, I'll just... It is difficult, isn't it? You know, a table we never played on before, things like that. Of course, when we do, you know, all these trick shots normally, I mean, most of the snooker you watch is recorded. This is live, as you all know, but normally it's recorded. For example, when you were watching the snooker 12:30, 1 o'clock at night, we're not playing then. Terry Griffiths and Cliff Thorburn are, but most of us... we're at home, tucked up in bed, or in Tony Knowles' case, somebody else's. Now then. Now, we've seen a few variations of this shot. What I'm going to try and do is to send the cue ball around the angles and pop the black into that pocket.
Very, very original, John Virgo. The white went up one side. Or rather, the white hit the black that came down the other side. That was terrific.
This shot is called the Japanese Gate. I haven't got on earth why. I don't know why, but apparently it was invented by a Japanese woman who obviously had a yen for this sort of thing. I don't know. I know it's a poor gag, but, you know, Steve Davis is coming up. There'll be worse than that, I promise you. Here we go. Now, this one, what we're going to try and do is to pot the black in this corner pocket. Going this way. Yes! That's a no problem!
Another great shot.
All together now, it's only a game, so... Right. I borrowed these tubes off Dennis Taylor.
Well, there's the players watching them upstairs in the lounge on the monitor, and I think they think they're up against it. Terry Griffiths, surely if he's there, can't see it. Willie. Gary Lineker, I believe, is sitting there watching. Griffiths, of course, leading so far. Can't see him. But I'm sure they've seen some original shots here from Mr. Showman himself.
With these tubes. I'm going to put the pink on the small tube and the black on the big tube. There's been some good trick shots, you know, hasn't there? Okay. And what we're going to try and do is to pop the pink and black in the same shot. We're going to pop the black in that pocket and the pink in this pocket. Now, I've tried potting the black in this pocket and the pink in that one, but it only works when I put them the other way around.
Right, he's got the props out. Everything we've seen so far is pretty original.
Pop the pink and black. Yes! No problem.
Well, how do you like that? Took both of the support pegs away, and I think the black cannoned onto the pink.
I'll be
Yes.
signing autographs outside
And they both
later.
went their opposite ways.
Unfortunately, Jim Davison can't be there. He's gone to Bosnia, which is a great cause. No, he's gone over there to entertain the troops. Well, you've probably read just recently, it's a bit sad about Jim. He always used to say to me, you know, that he's had more wives than I've had hot dinners. The nice thing about a hot dinner is once you've had it, you don't pay for it anymore. But there you go. This is one of my old favourites, which I thought I'd throw in. Have we any time, any idea on the time here? Because I've got a special one I want to finish off with. I'm going to get Tony Knowles to lie on the table with Willie Thorne and see what happens. Alan?
I'm sure we're not going to see Willie Thorne lying on the table with the JV doing a trick shot with a chalk in his mouth.
Last night, eh? Did you see him? Eh? I was half fancying him in the end, you know. I really was. I always remember when we was recording that show, the producer said to Jim Davison, "Now, Jim, please, I know it's Dick Whittington and a cat, but we don't want any of those jokes." I was going to say it, but I realised we're live on Screen Sport, aren't we? Work it out for yourself. It's Dick Whittington and the pussy, right? Okay. That's probably lost me 10 marks already. Right, what we're going to do now, quite a simple shot. I'm going to hit that red onto that one in turn will hit that one. The 10 reds will open up, and while that's going on, the black will be going across the table, in between the 10 reds, into the centre pocket. And while that's going on, I'll do a few handstands around the table, and here we go. Trying to pot the black.
Oh,
Yes!
terrific shot again. And who would have thought that possible? Knocking the black into the middle pocket. The red's parting, and the black going through very nicely.
Where's that little tube? Hey, where's it gone? Come on. Come on. This is it. This is my form, isn't it, eh?
You'd think he gets a lot of
this,
practice,
eh?
wouldn't you, entertaining around the snooker table?
Did Tony Knowles show you the glass trick? Oh, the buzzer went, didn't it? I'm glad, I'll show it you. He's been carrying that glass round all day. And he got it out, and the buzzer went. Here we go. The idea of this shot is to pop the glass in the middle pocket. A la Tony Knowles, right? It's all right, it's only a practice go. No, this is Tony Knowles' glass, not mine. No wonder he didn't do it. It's all right, don't worry about it, I'm only practicing. Yes! And you can tell this is Tony Knowles' glass because it's always empty. He's never been guilty. Right. Now, this is a tricky one. It's so tricky. I don't know why I'm even trying to do it, but here we go. But you'll like it if it works. How long have we got? Have we got long? Does no one tell you? You just wait for the buzzer, eh? 3.5 minutes, eh? Oh, okay. Okay, no problem. Ta-da. Now this is a tester. This is a tester. The idea of this shot is to put the blue, pink and black in the one shot. Now, there's only one man who could have thought of this, and that's Alex Higgins. So we're going to play it like Alex, okay? And he'd probably play it something like this. Okay. Blue, pink and black. Same shot.
Well, he nearly got it.
I'll do it sober. I'll do it sober this time.
Can have another go. Barely got time.
What you do, you bounce off the tube, off the cushion, and go in that pocket over there, okay? Well, I've never worked with these balls before, so anything can happen. Got to short the cue. The clock's running out. Here we go. Oh, wrong. If they don't work first time, you know, they don't work. Okay, John Virgo playing the shot. I'll do Terry Griffiths, but we haven't got enough time. Oh, no. No! Why didn't you work first time, you bloody thing? I can't believe it.
Everything going right.
How long have we got?
In the first part.
Good, I've
this
timed
last one,
it so it works perfect. You know that,
not
don't
so
you?
well. Bit of fun,
You think
though,
I'm messing about
watching
here,
Higgins
don't
going
you?
around the table.
I know exactly the time. The buzzer will go when these three balls go in. Yes! It's near enough for me. Near enough for me. Is that the buzzer? Is it gone? All right, I'll just sort of mess around.
Ladies and gentlemen, your vote in appreciation for John Virgo.
40 for technical application and 80 from the audience, making 120 points. Will that be enough to take them to the front? Slow motion of John Virgo's probable best shot, and he scored very highly on technical merit. Also did very well as far as the audience are concerned. He's their favourite so far. He's scored 80 points, making a total of 120 then for John Virgo.
Great that your career has gone the way it has. We all enjoy the show so much. But tell me, how would you have gone had you have had to have done the impressions and things now? Characters in the game, that we haven't got too many. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I think there's some great characters, there's some great players, but I think what happened, and I got a bit of stick over this, right, and it was only a compliment to the man, local Steve Davis. You got to keep mentioning Steve Davis, apparently you get more votes, right? But Steve Davis was so good that everybody, obviously, is going to copy the style that gets success, you know.
Right.
And after seeing Alain Robidoux today, you know,
he was brilliant, wasn't he? Absolutely brilliant.
No,
John,
the impersonations.
the impersonations. Listen, John, you were brilliant yourself. Carry on with the good work. We all enjoy a big break, don't we? Ladies and gentlemen, John Virgo.
So 5 players have had a go so far in the Daily Mirror 1992 World Trick Shot Championship. John Virgo now in the lead by 5 points over Terry Griffiths. Steve Davis to come next.
Easy for me to ask you to welcome 6 United Kingdom titles and 6 world titles. Say it all for the incomparable Steve Davis. And Steve, your 12 minutes starts right now.
Thank you very much. Well, I've been standing upstairs in the VIP room, drinking a bit of champagne, a few lagers, and systematically, one by one, all my trick shots have disappeared. So I thought I'd just have a chat. I don't suppose you mind. It's Christmas time. I've had too many drinks really to do any trick shots. I'm going to play a couple of the simpler trick shots to match my personality. Three balls over the corner pocket. It would have been that corner pocket, but the cameras are down here. Going to try and pot the 3 balls in one shot. Looks quite difficult, but I am on home territory. Makes a big difference, funnily enough. Not to the applause, but it just makes a big difference. No.
I'm going to pot 3 balls with 1 shot.
Alain Robidoux's shots fantastic. Oh, I thought they were great. Anyway, what does Mark Wildman know anyway? Is that the right way to go about technical merit?
He's asking for trouble,
so anyway,
isn't he?
What I'm going to try and do is to pot the red ball in the corner pocket and try and follow it in with the other 2 balls as well, putting a lot of bottom and right-hand side in the shot. So this is how you do this.
Just explaining Steve Davis's quip. It's Mark Wildman himself, acting as technical assessor. Take your time, Steve.
Like that.
I tell you what, that was better than it looked. How did he manage to get those 3 in that pocket?
Championships with a shot like that. The final placings will not see me in them, but I'll have a good laugh while I'm doing my shots. Going to pot the back ball in the middle pocket and screw back into this
himself. He's in front.
Like that. Just a ripple then. Thought I might try the shot slightly more difficult way and play the shot Jimmy White style. Screw back into the car park.
So he's potted it right-handed into the middle pocket. Now the left-handed job.
Play the shot left-handed, which is slightly more difficult for me, but I still got the shot.
So what's the other way, I wonder?
There is another way of playing the shot, the same shot. Pot the red ball in the middle pocket, screw back into this pocket. Going to play the shot Jockey Wilson style. Jockey Wilson, that well-known snooker player.
Surely that might mean one-handed.
Who likes to drink when he's playing? The only reason I'm playing this trick shot is so I can have a beer while I'm doing it. I've got a show for tonight. I'm not drinking and driving. I'm just down the road. It's lovely, isn't it? Jockey Wilson will play the shot a bit like this. A lot of people were a bit upset about Jimmy White not winning the World Championships. There was a lot of people disappointed, but Stephen Hendry did play fantastic in the final. And spare a thought for Jimmy, really, because... Well, no, why should you? Because actually, if you remember... if you remember, he actually ended up winning more prize money than Stephen Hendry. He made a 147 break in the final, got £100,000. Do you remember that? £100,000 for a 147 break. It's only 36 pots, I've counted them. Red, black, red, black, red, black 15 times, yellow, green, brown, blue, pink, black, £100,000. Jimmy White did it in the World Championships. Cliff Thorburn was the only player to ever do it in the World Championships other than Jimmy White, and he got £25,000 for it. It's been done a couple of times, but I was the first player ever to do the 147 break back in 1981 in the Lada Cars Championships, and I got a Lada car. But I missed the black off the spot, they were going to give me 2 of them.
Well, we're going to play the shot in a moment.
Went wrong after the first week, so one of the windscreen wipers fell off. I was driving down the motorway, one of the windscreen wipers fell off, so I braked instantly, and I got out to get out and pick it up, but at like 3/4 of a mile walk back's a long way. So I went to a breaker's yard and said, "Have you got a windscreen wiper for a Lada?" He said, "Yeah, that should be a fair swap." I managed, as you can see, I haven't got any trick shots left. There's somebody stolen my trick shot.
This is the problem when you go on 5 or 6, and it's going to be worse when you get to 7 or 8.
It's a wonderful car, but they still go wrong, the same as Ladas. No different. One of the windscreen wipers fell off out the other day, and Barry had to get out of the car and put the bloke back on again.
Terry Hearn there, chairman of Matchroom. I'm sure we'll be seeing him present the prize to the winner.
Now, Jockey Wilson's a dart player. They only use one hand, so what I'm going to try and do is to...
Oh, it is a one-handed shot.
Pop the red in the pocket and screw back one-handed like a dart player would. So I would ask you not to try this shot at home. Very difficult, dangerous shot. Don't go to your clubs tomorrow and say, "What a shot I saw the other night." Fantastic shot. It's Gingerhead Kid. I can't remember his name. He was quite interesting, but...
He's not going to try and screw
You're going
the
to try and
white
show
ball
your
back
mates.
as
You're
well.
going to get down on the table. You're going to go rip, and you're going to rip the cloth. OK, so don't do that. You can do a lot of damage to the cloth. This isn't my cloth, so I don't give a monkeys one way or the other. How long have I got? Oh, no. OK, so Jockey Wilson to play the shot one-handed like this, like a dart player.
Whoa. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
Now, this is where I was going to do a shot, if I had the time.
It's amazing, really, that he can actually screw the white ball back as well as knock the red in.
I was going to do a shot
All
involving
one-handed.
the black ball over the corner pocket and a 10-pence piece. But Terry Griffiths stole that shot, which is a sadness, because I can do it probably nearly as well as he can, because he is, of course, the world trick shot champion. And it was nice to see Terry playing at a slightly speedier pace than he usually does. He got more than the one shot in the 10 minutes, which is very unlike him, to get more than one shot in 10 minutes. But I was going to play that shot, and funnily enough, I was going to go on to mention that it's strange with a 10-pence piece. If you roll a 10-pence piece from the black spot end up to the... from the brown spot end, sorry, up to the black spot end, whichever way the 10-pence starts to roll, it continues to roll round in a circle until it stops. Just to prove that, whichever way it starts to roll, it continues to roll around in a circle. Now, if you go up the other end and play the shot from the black spot end down to the brown spot end, whichever way the 10-pence start to roll, just try and do that a bit better, it keeps going back on itself and doing S shapes. Just, I'll just show you that again.
This is a coin going up against the nap of the table. Will not go to the side cushion.
Isn't that interesting?
Well, I'm sure a lot of people think it is, Steve. And we'll be down the club tomorrow practicing it, we hope.
Because a lot of people find me interesting. They say, look, there's Steve Interesting Davis walking down the street. But actually, I'll let you into a secret. A lot of people find me quite boring. No, it's true. A lot of people find me boring. I think it started when I was playing during the 80s, and I was very methodical, never smiled. I smile all the time now. And really, I think it was just, for me, people thought I was just snooker all day long. Well, it wasn't like that, but I think really that was the impression I gave. But I liked a night out with the lads, like everybody else. I mean, like, when I wasn't playing snooker, me and the lads would go out and we'd have a game of billiards. Now, billiards is a great game. I don't know if you know the rules of billiards. I don't know if I've got the time to tell you, and I don't really care one way or the other, but there's only 3 balls on the billiard table, the red and 2 white balls. One of the white balls has a spot on it, but I haven't got a spot white, so I pretend this is a bigger spot than normal. If you pot the red at billiards, you get 3 points. And if you make your white ball going off the red, you get 3 points. If you pot the white ball, your opponent's white ball, you get 2 points. And if you're going off your opponent's white ball, you get 2 points. And if you can hit the other 2 balls on the table and make a cannon, you also get 2 points. Now, I've always failed to see why billiards never took off on the television as a spectator sport. Because 1 minute you could be playing a cannon in this part of the table and scoring 2 points, and the very next minute in a completely different part of the table, you can be scoring another 2 points. That's my type of game. A lot of the old billiard players from the past developed fantastic ways of playing billiards and a very clever way of scoring 2 points all the time. So what they did was they got the balls in this situation and they kept on playing cannons and scoring 2 points. Like, I'll just set those up again, missed that up. But Walter Lindrum was the best player and scoring 2 points. And of course, you can probably imagine the crowds absolutely flocked to see this. One day, Walter got the balls in this situation, and he kept on scoring 2 points playing this shot. There wasn't a ticket left. One day, he got the balls jammed in the pocket down here. It was about 500 by now, all scored in 2s. He played the shot like that, 502, walked round the table, and in the early days, he used to walk quite fast like that, I don't know why. And he scored another 2. And he walked round and back again, and he scored another 2 like that. If you look in the Beamish Book of Records, that you probably got this, was it the Guinness Book? It will be the Beamish Book of Records next year anyway. It's a better drink. It's a much better. You'll find in the Guinness Book of Records, you'll find...
Ladies and gentlemen, your vote and applause for Steve Davis.
So, how many points Steve Davis is going to score off that? 35 for technical merit and 80 from the crowd, making a total of 115 points. Welcome back, and there's an amazing slow-mo, a one-handed screwback. And Steve Davis then scoring from his 12 minutes on the table, a total of 115 points. 35 points for the technical side of it, and the audience decided on 80 points.
Well, Steve, I've got to ask you, I know everybody wants to know here, how's Jude and Greg, the little one, how are they?
I'm so disappointed.
I know you are.
I only got the 2 shots in myself, and I think I could have done better if I'd have played some of the other shots. But What was the question? actually, the family's great. We had a great Christmas, and I really enjoyed myself so much that I forgot to even prepare myself for these trick shots, so I just played the 2 shots and waffled my way through.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's always great to see him. Steve Davis, thank you very much indeed.
So at the top of the table, with just 2 to go, there is John Virgo with a 5-point lead. Noticeably, Virgo and Davis have scored 80 points from the audience. Next, Dennis Taylor, down to Alan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next contestant, a household name since that day way back in 1985. And since then, he's travelled the world. He's won tournaments from as far afield as Tokyo to as near as his homeland in all the Northern Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, I refer, of course, to the 1985 world champion, Dennis Taylor. And Dennis, your 12 minutes starts now.
Well, Steve Davis, that's going to be a hard act to follow, isn't it, eh? And you thought he was all boring. The new Steve Davis. Do you know he used to take a Valium as a stimulant years ago? But it's nice to see Steve relaxing like that. That's what his exhibition shows are like. He does a terrific routine. As Steve said, all the trick shots are gone, so hopefully 1 or 2 of these might work. And we can't tell any ethnic jokes now on television. Can we do it on Eurosport? Is it okay on Eurosport? Right. Permission granted. Right, well, this is not an ethnic joke, but there was a Scotsman, an Irishman, and an Indian. And they're on Mastermind, and Magnus Magnussen's there. And he gets the little Scotsman out, and he sits in the chair, and the lights goes down, and Magnus says, "Your name?" He's gone, "Archie McPherson from Aberdeen." He said, "Your specialised subject?" And he's gone, "Malt whiskey, 1472 to 1875. 16 questions, and he got the lot right. It was the little Irish fella's turn. He come out, sat in the chair. The lights went down. Magnus says, "Your name?" Seamus O'Shaughnessy from Dublin. He said, "Your specialised subject?" He's gone, "Stout, 1375 to 1927. 16 questions. He got the lot right as well. So it was the little Indian's turn. He come out, sat in the chair. The lights went down. Not very far, but the lights went down. And Magnus says, "Your name?" He's gone, "Mohammed Patel from Bradford." And he said, "Your specialised subject?" And he's gone, "Anoraks, 1099 to 1599.
So, they like that, a typical Dennis Taylor joke. Got them all laughing. Huge
No
crowd
more
here.
ethnic jokes. This one's called the disappearing
centre.
shot. The idea is to pop the 3 balls in the 2 corner pockets. The black and the white should go in the right corner. The red should go in the left.
The
Now,
disappearing
one of these
shot.
happens to work. I want a nice little round of applause. Oh.
1 out of 1. I know it's set
This
up,
one
but you've
just
got to
takes a
hit the
couple of
first ball
seconds to
properly.
set up here. Who was telling a joke about Alex Higgins earlier? Was it John Virgo? Was it that? Dear me. He's got a new drink out now, Alex. You know, John was showing you that he does like a drink. Alex is, because we've got to play some shows at 10 o'clock in the morning during the World Championships. Alex is now drinking Scotch and Windoline. He still gets drunk every night, but in the morning his eyes are as clear as a bell.
Second place,
Well, you
Terry
haven't seen
Griffiths
this
looking
next shot
on.
for
He
at
knows
least
he's
10
out of it.
minutes.
Doesn't get a second bite. Just to remind you, John Virgo in the lead.
As I say, I think Tony Knowles showed you this. During a game, you often find yourself in this position here. You've just potted a red. The idea is to pot the black, drop your chalk. A couple of ways of doing it. The first way, you've got to watch this carefully, right? Did you get...
So he potted it the first way with the butt of his cue, and the second way will be
See if
off
we can get
this
it first
side
time. Get the
cushion.
white off the side cushion, back over the reds, across the table. And that's to give you an idea how the shot works, right? They always work the second time, don't they? Tony showed you that one as well. This is a nice little shot here. If you watch this carefully, you'll all be able to play this. In fact, we've got a camera in the pocket here, so they should pick this up nicely.
Now watch this one
You
closely.
just potted a red, you snook it for the black. You put plenty of chalk on the tip, nominate the black, and you're quick enough. It's just a matter of getting down and potting the black. So don't forget that one.
That made you sit
That's
up
quite...
at home.
Is that a bit quick for you?
I think he'll do it again.
I'll show you how this
I
one
think
works.
Dennis
You'll all
Taylor will
be
do
able to
this in
play
slow motion.
Slow it down and give you an action
Dennis
replay.
Taylor doing this in slow motion. So he slowed it down, and he can't see the black with the white, the red's in the way. So how does he pot it?
Quite simple, really.
He cheated.
It wasn't bad at all. Steve is on about the lot of cars there when he won a lot of car for a maximum break. Yeah. I was over in Ireland, you know, and as I say,
Steve
you gotta be
Davis,
careful.
Terry
You can't
Griffiths.
tell Irish jokes these days.
Terry
So there
Griffiths,
was
line
these
number
two
2 in the
Germans.
table. That's upstairs in the Players'
One of them
Hospitality
was called
Lounge.
Paddy and the other was called Mick. Paddy's talking to Mick and he says, Jesus, Mick, I can't sell the car. And Mick says, well, how many miles is on the clock? And Paddy says, there's 85,000. And Mick says, well, you want to turn the clock back. So he's seen him 3 weeks later and he says to Paddy, he says, how did you go on? Did you sell that car? And Paddy says, what, sell a good car like that? There's only 11,000 miles on it. Well, Steve Davis said he got a chauffeur, he was having a drink. Nice to see him relaxing, having a drink tonight. He was sort of had a chauffeur to drive him home. But Flanagan, this is a true story. Flanagan's driving
Steve Davis
home
look-alike in the
over
foreground
Killarney
was,
there,
of
and he's
course,
driving
Steve
along, and
Davis'
cars all
brother,
over the
Keith.
bloody road. And a policeman pulled him in, and he wound the window down, and the policeman says, Mr. Murphy, I believe you've been drinking. And he says, thank God for that, I thought the steering had gone. I like the silly ones that Flanagan rang the hospital up. His wife was in having a baby. And they put him through to the maternity ward. He says, could you tell me how Mrs. Flanagan is? The matron says, she's fine and comfortable and the baby's due in 1 hour. And then the matron said to him, is this her first child? And Flanagan said, no, this is her husband speaking. It's like the old one about the Irish fellow that was teaching his dog to wee in the gutter and he fell off the roof and killed himself. You know, I like it. Right, this one was, well, I'm going to do it with the black. I think we had it with the blue. Terry Griffiths potted the brown, didn't he, over the reds. I'm going to try and just pot the black, surround it with the 3 reds, hit the first red, it knocks the second red out of the way, hit and turn, knocks the third red up the table. The black comes out of the little cluster, runs up the table, hits the triangle, over the reds and into the pocket.
First time.
First time. Oh, these are the
Oh, hit the top cushion rail, but still found the pocket.
few there. We'll just see how level the table is. Willie Thorne was telling you, wasn't he, about the commentators and about whispering Ted Lowe earlier there. One of Ted's great ones as well, besides the one that Willie told you, was Jimmy White was playing